The Arctic is one of the coldest and most dangerous places on Earth. Temperatures drop far below freezing, violent winds tear across endless snowfields, and beneath the frozen surface hides dark icy water that can kill within minutes. Yet in this deadly world, one predator rules above all others, the polar bear. But even the king of the Arctic has a terrifying challenge. To survive, polar bears must hunt on thin, breaking ice where one mistake can mean death. Every year, as winter covers the Arctic Ocean, massive sheets of sea ice form across the freezing water. For polar bears, this ice is not just frozen ground. It is their hunting platform, their pathway, and their only chance to find food. Without it, survival becomes almost impossible. Polar bears mainly hunt seals, especially ringed seals. These seals spend most of their lives underwater, but must come up through small breathing holes in the ice to breathe. And this is where the polar bear begins its deadly game of patience. A hungry polar bear can smell a seal from more than a kilometer away. Using its powerful nose, it slowly walks across the frozen landscape searching for tiny cracks or holes in the ice. But the journey itself is incredibly dangerous. Much of the ice is thin and unstable. Some parts can crack beneath the bear's enormous weight at any moment. Unlike humans, polar bears are built to survive these conditions. Their huge paws spread out their body weight like snowshoes, helping them walk on fragile ice without immediately breaking through. Thick layers of fat protect them from freezing temperatures, and their dense white fur traps heat close to the body. Still, even with these advantages, hunting is never easy. Sometimes a polar bear walks for hours or even days without finding food. Every movement burns energy, and in the Arctic, wasted energy can mean starvation. When the bear finally finds a seal's breathing hole, the real challenge begins. The polar bear waits, completely motionless, sometimes for over an hour. Snow falls around it. Freezing wind pushes against its fur. But the bear does not move. IT listens carefully for the sound of the seal rising beneath the ice. Then suddenly, action. The moment the seal comes up for air, the polar bear explodes with speed and power in a split second. Its massive paw crashes to the opening. Sharp claws grip the seal before it can escape back underwater. The attack is so fast that the seal often has no chance to react. For the polar bear, one successful hunt can provide enough fat and energy to survive for many days. But failed hunts are common. Seals are fast, smart, and extremely cautious. Sometimes a bear waits for hours only for the seal to escape at the last second. And today, hunting is becoming even harder because the Arctic itself is changing due to rising global temperatures. Sea ice is melting earlier every year and forming later in winter. The ice is thinner, weaker, and more unstable than before. Some areas that once stayed frozen year-round now melt completely during summer. This is a disaster for polar bears. Without stable sea ice, they lose access to their hunting grounds. Many bears are forced to swim enormous distances between floating ice sheets. Some have been seen swimming for over 100 kilometers without rest. Even for a powerful animal like a polar bear, this is exhausting and dangerous. Young cubs often suffer the most. Mother polar bears are incredibly protective. After giving birth inside snow dens, they guide their tiny cubs onto the sea ice for the first time. The cubs must quickly learn how to walk across slippery surfaces, avoid freezing water, and follow their mother during long hunts. But thin ice creates constant danger. If a cub falls into icy water, hypothermia can happen quickly. Strong Arctic storms can separate families in minutes. And when food becomes scarce, some cubs simply do not survive their first year. Despite all of this, polar bears continue fighting to survive. Their bodies are masterpieces of Arctic evolution. Black skin beneath their fur absorbs heat from the sun. Small ears reduce heat loss. Powerful muscles allow them to swim through freezing oceans. Every part of them is designed for one purpose: survival in the harshest environment on Earth. But even nature's perfect hunter has limits. Scientists studying polar bears have noticed alarming changes in many regions. Bears are becoming thinner because they cannot catch enough seals. Some are spending more time on land searching through garbage or approaching human settlements for food. Others are dying from exhaustion after long swims across open water. The Arctic food chain itself is being disrupted, and the future of polar bears is becoming uncertain. Still, every winter, these incredible animals return to the ice. Step by step, they move across the frozen ocean, risking their lives for the next meal in complete silence. Under endless snow and darkness, the hunt continues. A hunt built on patience, on strength, and on survival against impossible odds. Because in the Arctic, only the strongest can survive, and every piece of thin ice could be the difference between life and death.